Yo, 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 peace, peace, peace. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What
Yeah,
up, though?
we
Hey
here, we
man,
here.
we back again.
We're live on X. We are live on YouTube. And right now,
Let's get
we
it.
are live on the gram. Peace to IG, peace to X, and of course, peace to YouTube. What's good, fellas? How we feeling?
Anyway, a little scruffy, but I'm here nonetheless, man. Young Godiva himself, just a kid, former reigning and defending RSC television and predictions heavyweight champion himself. You know what I mean? Ron Don currently. Ron, you on camera right now? Or is it my shit tweaking?
Yeah, he up
Yeah,
there.
I'm on.
He up.
I'm on
Is
camera.
it my
TV
shit?
champ.
Oh,
Okay. I
shit,
don't
it's my
know.
shit tweaking.
Listen, I'm over here. I'm over here, black and hydrated on nice agua. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm
I'm
off
on
the
some
three
of
again.
that. I'm on some of that green tea right now. You know
I'm
what I
off the
mean?
There you
three
go.
again.
Of course, with the look like you got that green tea straight from Japan. Look at that writing on there.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
see.
that Oi Ocha, Ito N. I mean,
Yeah, and I
tea
couldn't even,
please.
and listen, I can't even pronounce that. You,
Tea please, tea please.
oh man,
Ain't no intro survey today, matter of fact. Ain't
We
no
could just
intro
jump one
survey.
on the spot.
Let's just jump in. Let's hit the intro. Let's get this show started. We're gonna come back. This episode is looking like some Royal Rumble predictions. We'll probably chop it up about some of the shows that happened, some of the shows that are coming up. But let's go on and get this show started, you know what I mean?
yes, sir.
Peace to the gods, the ringside club hard. My name is A.O. Say you're the Ron the Don. Blame Boogie while you at it, blame Chad Law. K-Fabe is dead, break the fourth wall. Whatever style, whether it's lucha or strong style. Come through the venue, fly, burn the bar down. Back to the pad, chop it up for the par. Ringside club, intro to the squad as the show starts.
Peace, man. Peace, man. Peace to y'all out there in ear and eyes reach. Nah, we do. It's the mightiest of the mighty, broadcasting live from parts unknown, man. Peace to Book. He's out on assignment,
That's
globe
my
trotting
guy.
around the planet. I mean, but we
Yes,
here
sir.
tonight. I mean, you know me, reigning defending predictions champ. Before we get into all that, before we get into any introductions, make sure you do the following. Head to theringsideclub.com. All the past episodes are there. Future episodes are there. You can follow us across all social media. Every Thursday night, we're live right here on X, live on YouTube, live on Instagram. But if you don't want to watch live or you can't watch live, you catch the on-demand, the video, YouTube, the audio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course, all other podcast platforms. You can make sure you follow. We're on Threads. We're on TikTok. We're everywhere, man.
Listen, we everywhere, man.
We're everywhere, man.
Check us.
Active.
Check us.
Active out here. Active out here. So, you know, my name, 2 letters, A.O., reigning defending champ. This is a Royal Rumble predictions episode, but there's like 4 joints that are renounced. So we're going to talk about a couple of other things, but let's pass the mic around, let the fellas introduce themselves. You know what I mean?
You already know who it is. I am Ron the Don, your reigning RSC TV predictions champion. I am black and well hydrated. Cop the gear. Gonna follow us everywhere. You dig? I ain't got nothing else to say, man. What's good, Chad? Mr. Godiva himself.
Younger Diver, man, CHADLAW. See, I got the C on, always repping. Y'all see that emoji with the CL, just know I'm tweeting something vicious. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that was tapped into Dynamite last night, along with me and Ron and the Ringside Gang. You know what I'm saying? We was all on the tweets getting it off. Really good week in wrestling. Strong episodes across the board. Music wise, Elijah Rosario, Letter to My Love EP out right now. UFO Feed, M Stacks, Crash Landing EP out right now. It's an LP, I should say.
Oh wow.
It is heat.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Get that new UFO Feed shit. His shit is knocking, man. You know what I'm saying? Some pure audio drugs, man. Make sure you get that UFO Feed in your system.
Yo. Thanks for letting me know, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
about to hit that right now.
It's about to be Friday, man. It's new music out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Elijah Rosario. Shout out to UFO Feed. What else we working on? What else we cooking up? The RSC merchandise, Gaddafi game merchandise. Royal Rumble this weekend got me stoked. Fucking hype.
Ooh, okay.
I
Listen,
can't wait.
Listen, I listened to the Rosario Project today. Kudos to that man. He's
Yo,
doing this
appreciate
thing.
it. It's just 3 joints, man. Something quick. Something quick.
Yeah, man. But it's a strong 3 joints, man. Yo, salute to the guy. Salute to you too, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Y'all putting in some work, man.
Thank you, man, fellas. You know what I mean? We tapped in musically. We all doing this damn thing, man. Consistency. It's like with this episode right now. We got 72 of them joints, man.
72, man.
72.
72.
72 wins.
Some people don't
man.
even make it to 25, man. We did 72 of them things already, man. Shout out to a lot of y'all to be tapped in. You know what I'm saying? Blackout Wrestling Pod, those wrestling girls, a lot of the homies, they got a lot of archives built. We just trying to just get up there as well, too, when it comes to our stash, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
doing it, man. People are definitely tapped in. The numbers are consistently going up without having to do anything crazy. No publicity stunts on this side. Nothing nuts. We ain't at any scrums. We're not, out here arguing and making up false headlines. We're just talking about wrestling, being consistent, dropping on the same days, and chopping it up with y'all, man. And the word is spreading without us having to get crazy. So appreciate y'all. I mean.
Yes, sir.
I want to take this time to congratulate the New York Knicks with a 122-84 victory over the Denver Nuggets. Knicks are 11-2 in 2024.
The OG era?
11
Yeah,
and
man.
two,
Them
okay.
boys went to the Eastern Conference, my boy.
Salute to them.
Told you
guys, man.
that Eastern Conference prop. That shit getting hit, man. They win in the Eastern Conference at this point.
11-2 in 2024. The only 2 losses, I think, was when Brunson was out. He had a little sideline movement. So we're doing all right, man. That OG Brunson, the Knicks are doing all right. I can't say we. I can't call Dolan. But, since that OG trade,
want
man.
them to do anything else to tamper with it because, they want to add more pieces. They want to do more. But it's like, yo, just leave it as is right now. Let them
it
bum rush.
happen. Let's not
shit don't
George
work,
push the button.
Yeah, if shit don't work, take it from there. But right now, like, we ain't fucking up this chemistry, man.
Yeah, I think if the way you build a team is last year, the Knicks won out of the first round. Now let's get into the second round and make some noise. If it's not a championship, it's not a bust. You have to consistently let these guys gel, build chemistry, continue to go deeper in the playoffs, add a piece here, add a piece there, make smart moves. I mean, let's not get crazy, but 11-2 this year. I think they're up probably 3 or 4 in the Eastern Conference. But yeah, man, it does my heart happy. It's been a lot of rough years as a New York Knicks fan. So peace to all my fellow Knickerbockers out there. Huh?
They definitely better than the fucking you know what I'm saying? Better than the Nets. The Nets is fucking dirt.
Yo, there were more Knicks fans in the Barclays the other night.
That's wild. What is the Nets records? I have not paid any attention, man.
Off top, I don't know, but
they're like fifth, about to be fourth in the Eastern Conference, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're not bad. They're not a bad team. They're middle of the road. They're like they might make it, they might make the 6th seed in the playoffs, get eliminated. They're definitely a first round exit, put it that way.
Who, Nets or Knicks?
Nets.
Oh, Nets aren't even Oh, no, Nets aren't even in the contention. I thought you meant the Knicks. The Knicks are definitely like the 4th seed, but the Nets they're like in the play in it. I don't think they're gonna make the play.
Yeah, they're playing. If they hit the play in their first round exit.
Spencer Dinwiddie's never gonna touch the ball, and anytime he does, nothing good's gonna come of it. So that's gonna be the Nets crutch right there.
Man, yo, before we even get into this shit, I'm gonna say this and we're gonna move the fuck on. There's some people that are talking about this Vince McMahon shit. It's nasty. We're not talking about it. Just to be clear, I'm saying that ahead of any conversation where everybody's aware of what's going on. There are people that do pods that are way more informed or way more, willing and able to talk about news like this. We're just talking about what we see on 8 to 10 on the TV shows and shit like that. But yeah, man, if he did that shit, shoot him. Fuck it. Now, speaking about wrestling, let's have some fun talking about wrestling. Let's go in order of what was going on this week, right? Monday Night Raw, like I mentioned to y'all off air, I pretty much tuned in to see what Seth was gonna say about his knee injury, and I tuned in to see that Cody and Punk face to face. But
Yep.
what do you guys think of either of the above or anything else that was popping on Raw? First of all, like Seth Rollins, like do you think we actually see him back? He didn't relinquish the title, so I guess there's still a shot that he's healed up and ready to go for Mania.
I think it's gonna be.
No, go ahead. No. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie. I really wanted Seth to relinquish the title, But from a logical standpoint, I already hit the prop that he was going to hold the belt because if Roman is, you know what I'm saying, doing the same shit and he ain't defending, it's like, why does Rollins got to be put in the workhorse category? You already got Gunther here defending the Intercontinental title. You don't really need Rollins on deck all the time. He can take some time to recuperate. I said this in the chat, I feel like. I was like, I'm going to put my money that this nigga not going to relinquish the title and he's just going to take time off. Lo and behold, that is what happened. And he won't be at Elimination Chamber, I assume. Probably because, you know, he's got to heal. And there's also more focus on the other moving pieces in WWE, like the extensive roster that they have. Also, this just puts WrestleMania in just a little bit of a confusing state because you don't know where this is going to go with his opponent. And if he's coming off an injury, it really is going to possibly, you know, interfere with the quality of the match, especially with Seth Rollins' caliber match that we know. So it's a lot goes into it, but I mean, I was already calling that he was going to retain the title, so I didn't buy into, you know, I did buy into Jinder Mania. They fucking got me. They got me.
No,
so,
really?
I'm not buying into Seth, you know, relinquishing the title, yo.
Yeah, you know, when he was doing his promo, that's what I was waiting for him to say. He didn't really say. Well, obviously, if he was going to relinquish the title, he would have did it then and there. But they were really vague on like his plans for the next 2 or 3 months, as far as just like healing up and when he's coming back. That's fine. Like let him go and heal up. I think he is in, WWE's in decent hands with everybody else, with Punk and Cody and Drew, I guess, you know what I'm saying? There's enough people.
Drew for now till he go to Impact. So
right.
I'm going to say Impact to TNA.
Right.
I got to stop saying Impact, man. Damn.
I mean, Impact is still the show. Impact is still the show, but yeah,
right.
TNA.
But I think, we're still it's still good to go. I mean, Seth needs to take that time off, and it's scary for him because he have a similar injury. I didn't read.
He's had a couple of knee. I don't know if it's the same knee that got hurt before, but he's had a history of some knee problems.
Right. So I know when that happened, I know he was very not scared, but a little wary because this has happened again, and I don't know if it's the same knee or not. So I say, listen, take this time out to heal up. It's a small tear in the meniscus in the MCL or whatever it is.
Yeah.
No matter what they say, he can still go. Like, nah, man, gotta heal up. I think we're good to go until Mania. We got a few people out there, so I'm not mad.
Yeah, I wonder if I think like the match would have been obviously like Punk and probably and Seth, and I wonder if he would have retained. Like I think that would have been the thing. Like he probably would have gone over on Punk.
I wouldn't be mad at that, man. I mean, Punk really don't need to win it right away, man. Let him get a nice little build up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
But yeah, man, heal up. But y'all thought of what'd you think of the Cody and Punk stare down? I thought that was dope.
Yeah,
I thought it was dope. Like I think they built really well as far as talking about, prior when you first started. I knew you as a kid. Your pops talked to me, told me to look after you, shit like that. And then you start to see evil Punk, right? Now I'm gonna say some shit to get under your skin. I thought that line about I'm more American Dream than you was genius.
Right.
Like that was just such a fire little stab right there. And of course you're gonna see people jump out the window and say, "Oh my God, this is amazing classic promo of the year." It's like, why do we gotta qualify everything immediately? Just let it be dope. Just let it be dope.
Listen,
it was dope.
It was a good promo. It just planted a nice seed for them.
Yeah.
To have.
I'm just excited now that we're getting closer and closer to Punk actually wrestling televised matches, so that we can start to get into him doing something other than I'm back. You know what I mean? Right. I'm just happy we're at that point. There's going to be something that happens in the Rumble. We'll see them interact. We'll see Punk interact with other people. Now we can actually start to see some feuds. I just want to see Punk like not lean so heavy into the blurring the lines character, and let's just get into like some wrestling storylines that are built around things that happen in matches or aspirations for titles or shit like that. But all in all, like I thought it was a dope segment. I thought Cody coming back and saying, I'm more CM Punk than you was dope too, which is, to an extent true, right? Mm-hmm. Punk came out and he had the pipe bomb and he said, I'm name dropping New Japan. Punk's whole character has always been Reddit user, right? Twitter user that just also happens to be signed and contractually obligated to wrestle on TV also. But basically, I'm going to complain about all of the same shit that the people on Reddit complain about, and that's been his thing. But Cody actually went out, and we all know, being a part of him and the Bucks and the rest of the elite as far as starting AEW, fire shit. I thought that was a nice little comeback and all that. But what y'all think of that shit?
I thought it was solid, you know. And I enjoyed the whole segment. And like I was saying before, it was a nice see that they planned it for a future one-on-one match. I don't know when that's gonna be, but you know, we're gonna see some type of confrontation at the Rumble, and something else, maybe at Elimination Chamber or something else in between that time. But it was a dope segment, man. I think probably my favorite segment of the night, so I wasn't mad at it.
Love that they brought up OVW and not AEW. That was a given. I love that Cody feels like he's in the authority. Well, not feels like it, but he looks like the authority compared to Punk. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is going to go a different route as time goes on. I love the fact that we have so many different variations of feuds that Punk can go down for WrestleMania. Like, I thought I wanted Punk in Rollins. I thought I wanted Punk and Drew. Now I got Punk and Cody. There's so many different alternatives that's going to happen because of this. It's going to spin off to this. It's going to be a year for Punk since his last match, so it's all fitting. You know what I'm saying? His last match was the Royal Rumble. Now his first match back is the Royal Rumble, so it's a great timing for his return on what's to come. As far as the actual promo itself and everything that went on, the delivery and the crowd reactions were amazing. Like, there's no question about that. Like, the energy was electric. You know what I'm saying? Considering what we saw later on in the night with Shayna Baszler and What's-Her-Face just looking like a complete death spot match, that crowd was hot for that segment, with Cody and Punk. So and you can't say, the crowd was there. It's like, nah, man. It was alive for that shit. You know what I mean? I think it was really good driving it home. I didn't really care for a lot of their content. It felt very forced. Didn't feel genuine at all to me. It just felt like, all right, you two out there, cut a promo against each other, go. And that's where it kind of just felt like that. Like, without even checking online, without anything, I just watched it and I was like, I'm going to enjoy this, but this doesn't feel like I'm really going to sink my teeth into this because it's the Rumble. And I know that this is just a little teaser of what's to come. This isn't anything that's
like you have to go out and say something because we got the Rumble coming up.
Yeah, it's like.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm glad that we're at the point, specifically with Punk, where there's something for him to do that happens that we see that he can sink his teeth into, and then Raw after Rumble, for example, he'll have something to actually talk about as opposed to let's talk about all this off-camera shit or I'm back. You know what I mean? Like, you've been back for 2-3 months by now at this point.
Yeah, I think it's time to end the coming home tour.
But like, I do enjoy the little bit of backstory as far as like the OVW, but it is one of those things, to your point, where it's like you were fishing for something to say. Like, how many times are we going to just bring Dusty Rhodes up and use him for promo content? Like, what legit relevancy does that have today?
That is what made me just go, oh,
God, you're using Dusty Rhodes again. Like, you gotta switch it up. Like, you don't
compile a list. I'm sure we can go on YouTube. There is a compilation of every time someone in a Cody Rhodes feud has mentioned Dusty Rhodes against him, and it's like, I feel for Cody. Like, yo, dog, can y'all say anything else besides my pops, yo? Like, anything? Y'all want to mention I was an EVP or something, that I used to run the Indies when I got let loose and I became a multi-time heavyweight champion across different continents and different countries and came back and found my way. I can't finish the story. I got this guy fighting me. I got Shinsuke Nakamura pissing me off. It's like, there's way more going on with Cody Rhodes to me than having to express, yo, your father was that guy, man, and he told me to look after him. And it's just like, yo, dog, I don't give a fuck. My dad's dead. Get out of here.
But to be fair, the whole finish the story thing doesn't happen without the first chapter being, this is the title that my pops never had. That is the story. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where you kind of he leaves the door open by that being his, his North Star. He leaves the door open for that. I would love it for that not to be always be the case, but in current Cody mode, until that chapter is written where he either wins the belt or we're at least past WrestleMania and he's in the middle of like an actual real blood feud where I really don't fuck with you and you don't fuck with me, This is going to happen. This is going to be at least another five Dusty Rhodes mentions before we barely get through Elimination Chamber.
Oh, that's a fact. I can see that. Because, like in finishing the story, Dusty Rhodes is the first chapter, basically. And they're not gonna stay away from that. But
it ain't going away until he wins that title. I'll tell you that much.
Right.
Yo, and I don't think it should, yo. I almost feel like I'm torn because I don't want him to finish the story because I feel like it's what's making him. But if we don't finish the story, he's going to be healed before it ever gets finished, and that's not what I think the WWE wants. But I don't think the WWE universe would turn on Cody the way AEW's universe did to him.
Right, and I
just don't see it.
And I wouldn't be mad if he didn't finish the story to WrestleMania because, like you said, like you don't want the story to finish. You kind of want this. You want him to like go on a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't. I've had enough.
I don't, but
I don't. I want this.
The title,
I want this to end. Like I need this. I want this to end. Like I have been just
then
bored
what,
with Roman.
Then what, Ayo? What happens when Cody wins the title at WrestleMania?
Then you have your creative department do their fucking job and come up with something creative.
Then I hope they come up with.
So what are we going to see? So what are we going to see at WrestleMania Backlash, yo? We're going to see Cody versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Dog, I don't know. All I'm saying is, then what? Roman wins and goes away for 8 months until SummerSlam.
And the product will still be on fire. I
think the product is still going to be on fire if Cody wins the title. Is just let's freshen this shit up and do something else.
Yo, CM Punk's back. The Rock's back. This shit's mad fresh. What do you mean?
You have Punk lose his fucking mind because he leaves Mania without a title, and he's going to turn heel. I think it's going to be a lot easier for CM Punk to be a heel and believable than it would be for Cody. Run that heel shit. Run it before he injures himself again.
I can see Cody, if it had to be heel, Cody's going to just lean on the AEW shit and just play into it. And like, yo, I don't even hear y'all. Like, I'm super Cody. Like, I don't hear this shit. I'm going to finish the story regardless.
Cody isn't turning heel.
No, Punk
ever.
Would turn heel.
You know,
Punk
that's
would
what I'm
turn
saying.
heel before hit. I agree
Cody
there.
is Cena. You know what I mean? Cody is Cena. And no,
But
to be completely honest, like that's why and that's why I say, like, let the fucking creative people do some creative shit. How about the people that are in the main event don't only have to be the main event people? Let's bring some new fucking talent, some fresh blood. Let's elevate somebody. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
The Roman Reigns shit to me has been whack for a year. Kill it. It's over. I don't care about these records with Hogan. I don't care about the Bruno Sammartino and the whoever the fuck. Who cares? It's over.
We them ones, man. We them ones, baby. We going for
1,500
days, man.
Yeah, beat them ones and just run this shit into the ground. And yo, kudos to whoever enjoys it. I don't watch any of this shit live, so enjoy. I'm just saying, do something else.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, you guys think that Roman versus whomever results in a Roman win at Mania?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm conditioned to it. I think Roman wins.
That's something I gotta think about. Yeah.
Yo, even if Cody goes back to back and then goes back to
Yeah, listen.
Yo, it's funny.
Listen, it's
funny,
hilarious. I think it depends if they want Cody to finish. I think it depends if they want Cody to finish the story at WrestleMania.
I love how crazy it is. I don't think he finishes the story at WrestleMania.
Right, and that's why it's hard.
Nope.
It's hard to call. And then, like you said,
and then just imagine.
You know
Okay,
you know what? Hold on.
You want to. No, but check this out. You want to ask like, and then what? Roman wins the title. What does he do for a year? Who is he feuding with that you believe has a shot at beating Roman that makes you interested in watching that match?
The actual one-on-one match between Roman Reigns and Randy Orton. Randy Orton feels like a
you don't believe for a second.
Damn,
that
I feel like Randy would probably win on Saturday. Yo, no cap. If anyone's got a chance to win, I feel like
no.
Randy.
Sure, I'm talking about if Roman makes it to Mania and defends successfully.
He will feud with Randy for the summer.
And nobody's gonna believe it.
And if he actually wins, then it'll be like, wow, this Randy.
Hooray! I'll be the first person. I'll get on here. We them ones, baby.
We got The Rock. We got the rest of the Bloodline shit.
Rock is not wrestling until Mania. It's either this Mania or next Mania. He is not wrestling. Maybe Saudi. Saudi.
That man gassed, bro. That man tired from the ring.
Yeah, he got it. He's
breathing like me out there.
Dog, like.
I mean, I'm rocking with it though, man. Let's get to the next.
He's not doing any. Speaking about long reigns, right? And it's partially why I think like the news about Okada leaving New Japan is interesting because it's fresh matchups, because he's another guy. There really wasn't anything fresh happening there. Okada did everything that you can possibly do in New Japan. He had basically a 5-year contract. He was his contract year came up. And what I think happened is somewhere along the lines, like mid-year, he probably said, "Look, I'm just looking around, and I'm not committing myself to re-signing." And since probably whenever that conversation happened, he's been in 6-man. He's the 6-man tag title tag champ right now with Ishii and with damn, I'm drawing a blank. I'm fucking tired.
Keep it going, New Japan analyst.
And the ace. But anyway, like he hasn't been doing anything fresh. They basically downgraded him from like, main event to just being, he's still Okada and he's still the main guy. But Tanahashi, my fault, Tanahashi. Okay. They had a 6-man tag. So the bottom line is like something interesting is going to result from him having feuds outside of New Japan. Because the other thing that they didn't do this year is have him feud with some of the young guys and actually put any of those guys over to bring them up. What they're doing right now is cool because they have like a lot of conversation about who the next ace is, and no need in running down a list of names, but it's real interesting if you've been tapped into any of those New Beginning shows. There's a nice little break until the shows that pop up in February and shit. But, I don't know where he goes. Nobody knows where he goes, whether he goes in AEW or WWE. I'm just interested in the way that they present him when he's on weekly TV instead of just doing the big matches and the road to shows or the house shows over in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But we can kind of skate past that and shit. It was just an interesting little segue because the comparison of what is there fresh for Okada to do reminded me of what is there fresh for Roman Reigns to do.
Yo, fam.
Who are we putting in front of Roman Reigns that's an interesting match if he makes it to Mania and wins there? Like, tell the story of him losing the belt and wanting to get the shit back. Like, let's do something the fuck else besides bloodline interference and Roman goes over.
I missed all of Okada's run in TNA when he was there.
Don't worry, check the YouTube.
He was
they got it all for you.
Yeah, he was Samoa Joe's little man.
So the only I only saw Okada in New Japan, and I always saw him as the champion and as a big deal. And I know we were talking about this off air, and I said that's very interesting because I've never seen Okada in a place lower than that. So it'll be very interesting to see what they will do with him wherever he goes. Like, just to put him in this more consistent role instead of just seeing him on like special occasions.
Yo, you know how Okada came up? Okada was on excursion in Mexico, and he wrestled on. This is 2012. He wrestles on a Wrestle Kingdom. Has this match. Tanahashi's in the main event. Tanahashi defends. He was already the champ. Defends his title. Okada comes out and challenges him. Nobody thinks that Okada's actually going to beat him, and he beats him on one of the next shows. And from that point on, it was like that's what one of the things that put New Japan, as far as this next generation and era of New Japan on the map, they call it the Rainmaker shock. Right? He hits him with this shit. No, this guy who just came out of nowhere. Everybody talks about you got to build somebody up and long build. People knew that Okada was nice. Nobody thought that Okada was like really about to beat Tanahashi for the title, and then he beats him. We got the new guy right now. That was a risk. It was a creative risk, and it turned into Okada leaving New Japan right now in his prime is literally like what happens if Roman Reigns leaves right now in his prime and goes somewhere else. That big of a fucking deal.
It was a big deal.
That big of a deal because he's not past his prime yet. That's the thing. He's in he's 36 years old. He's not past his prime where he has like maybe one contract left and he's just trying to get whatever little pennies he can scrape together. Right. So that's what makes this interesting is because once he gets to either WWE or AEW, he is a main event guy. But there's a lot more people. There's a lot more people crowding the top of the main event division in both companies. So how do you present him? Do you have him come in?
NXT. Yep. Yeah, guys, he's going to NXT. I really am going to hammer this home until he goes to NXT. Until she shows up, and it's like, Okada, the Rainmaker, is in NXT. The WWE is so crowded. Why is he on the main roster? Why is he on Raw taking up time when he can't speak proper English? Why is he doing this when he doesn't know how to work the crowd, work the shit that's going on in WWE? He's not AJ Styles. That was a different time. Vince McMahon was running shit. Triple H knows how to groom motherfuckers now. He is going to thrive in NXT. Ilya Dragunov is waiting for Okada. Us as fans of NXT are waiting for Ilya Dragunov and Okada. Ron, tell me you don't want to see that shit. Tell me Okada knocking Carmelo Hayes in the fucking face would not be a quality feud.
I can see that happening for like what you just said, like saying like he can't speak proper English. It's just a way for him to, I guess,
get acclimated.
Get trained.
And when does Shawn Michaels drop the ball, yo? He don't drop the ball. He don't miss right now. Like, everybody's acting like it's the world's over if he goes to NXT. It's like, no, he should actually go there so he can learn the ropes of being in America and working television. He goes to AEW. He's going to play around and be Samoa Joe's lackey again. Oh, yeah, I said it. They're going to recall that feud, and they're going to go right back to that, and he's still not going to win. So he's going to come in, get kicked his ass going to get kicked by Samoa Joe. And then that's Okada the Rainmaker. He just lost to the world champion on his debut. First month in.
If he goes through NXT, he can be there for a few months.
He will be there for like 6 months, bro. I ain't saying he got to spend 2 years in NXT.
No, not a long time.
I think all of the above is whack. If Okada comes in, you book him like Brock. He only shows up. He has big matches.
Who's gonna know Okada to be like, yo, Okada? I asked 4 people in work today. Nobody knows who Okada is, bro.
You don't need you don't need to do all of anything that you're talking about. You absolutely don't need to do that. First of all, I don't think people are that stupid that you don't have a guy come in that you presented. This is a world-renowned world champion. You come in and have him go straight to the top and beat a world champion. And then you don't see him unless we're having big world championship title matches. Other than that, why would you bring Okada in?
To have an amazing run, potentially. And I think I can't even say he wouldn't. I think he would have an amazing run in the WWE. I don't want to see him chase around Jay White on Rampage. I fuck with Okada.
I don't want to see Okada on TV.
I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see Okada on television.
What are we talking about here right now, then?
Listen. It's going to water him down. The way you present him is you have somebody next to him that talks and says, you don't need to know shit about Okada other than the fact that he's better than anybody else that you think is the best. That's it. You don't need to do too much. And then you have him go in, have one match, show what he does. You put a fucking video package together, and the next time you see him is on a big pay-per-view in a big match. What I'm saying is not going to happen, by the way.
Yeah, that's not going to. Like,
they're not going
to do for them to act like that.
But that's the whole point and why you present somebody like a big deal. What you're saying is they're going to put him in the system and he's going to become another guy.
No,
on
he
either
won't.
company.
No, he won't.
On either company.
No, he won't.
It doesn't matter if he goes to Dynamite, Rampage, NXT, Collision. After a while, you say that.
Our common denominator is how good Okada is. So that's why he is going to
I
go
don't have
beyond.
any faith that he's still going to be special after they fucking have him in backstage segments standing next to the TV like this.
Yo, fam. I can't wait to clip the first shot of Okada standing behind the NXT shit, just staring in the crowd. Is like, oh, shit, it's Okada.
Yeah, all 17 of the motherfuckers, but a fan is louder than him.
Yo, and that's the experience he needs. He needs that around him,
bro. I would bring, and that's the other part, bro. Like, there's a WWE style that's soft and slow that waters down people that have different styles outside of what we want you to wrestle like. So they have to pull strikes. There's moves that they don't use anymore. You start watering down what makes somebody special to the point that they're not special anymore. The only person that they've gotten right has been Walter. That's it.
AJ Styles?
AJ Styles is wearing bootcut jeans now.
AJ Styles is pretty special. The man's
AJ Styles has had a great run. I ain't gonna front. AJ Styles had a great run, but I think that has a lot to do with how fucking amazing AJ Styles is that he made that shit work.
Okada can have a
Look at what they did to Samoa Joe. Right? Think about even people that were good enough that they kept their name. Not even changed their name. I don't think they're changing Okada's name. They bring people, They look at what they did to Joe. Maybe this is Vince E versus Triple H E. Prove me wrong. I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. For me personally, I really wish he would have fucking stayed and they would have had the money to be able to pay him and just freshen up some of them storylines over there. But if you go to AEW, there's way too many fucking people there.
Yo, fam, Okada, Jay White, cool. Okada, Will Ospreay, cool. Okada, Samoa Joe, cool. Okada, Kenny Omega, cool. Omada, Shinsuke Nakamura, like, let's take Shinsuke.
On both
fucking
sides.
Minoru Suzuki.
Look, on both sides, WWE and AEW, there are marquee matches on both sides.
But WWE
100%.
bigger. And most people don't know about Okada die hard on a level of AEW fans. So they're going to see him versus Finn Balor and be like, this is pretty fucking fresh. I've never seen this guy before.
No, 100%. But this is what I'm saying. Sometimes you don't need to do all this. We got to build this guy up. I think you have him in and just make a fucking impact. Do something fresh. Do a similar thing to what they did when they had him come in and beat Tanahashi. Nobody had him on the radar. And he came in and busted his ass, hit him with the Rainmaker, won the title. And then, oh shit, I have to pay attention to this guy. He has a belt.
Listen, I think both,
even if it's not for a belt, have him come in and beat somebody that you would not expect, but is a main event caliber guy. You have him go down there and fucking NXT and do what?
And be the biggest fish in the NXT pond. Yes, so that way people can believe in Okada. So that way he can come to the main roster and not be in a tag team with Shinsuke Nakamura in the second hour of Raw, fighting in a non-title tag match to not end up being the number one contenders.
Hey,
that's
I think
what I don't
either way.
understand.
Look, I think he has the talent to be able to persevere. I just don't have faith in either company's booking.
Listen,
period.
I think
that's why I say NXT.
I think both ways what you guys saying are good. I just want to see consistency if he goes either way. That's all I want to see.
Pause. Feel you though. Feel you though. I understood.
Speaking of NXT, y'all saw it. I didn't. What happened? What's popping?
Well, you know, one thing we didn't mention off air, we didn't mention Ava being the first women's general manager.
Because she's a terrible wrestler, so they had to make use of her in some way, shape, or form.
And
I'm glad they highlighted that.
And coincidentally, the first day, the same day that Rock was put on the what was it? The I forgot what it was.
On
the
TK board?
The TK Holdings board.
Yeah.
So it wasn't mad at that. And she's been like rendezvousing and putting stuff together for the last few weeks. So I kind of saw that coming. Then we saw William Regal pop up to give his consent. They both came out of
that was cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay,
I pop for that. And
cool,
I think we were talking about that last week. I think we were saying it's about a year or so.
It was about that time,
right, for him to appear. We'll see what happens with that. I wasn't mad with the first match of the night. It was the Wolf Dogs. I'm sucked into that, man.
The Wolf Dogs.
That was regardless of the name. I think that was a dope match from start to finish. Wasn't mad at that match. I think either or could have went forward into the tournament. And I think that was my favorite highlight of the night. Ava and what else happened? I'm kind of over this Trick and Mellow shit.
Bro, aren't we all? Pack this shit up. Let's go. Break up already.
Wrap it up at
culminate. Let's go.
They need to wrap it up at Vengeance Day. I don't know what's going on. It's so confusing at this point. It's like I don't know. It's like this three-way between them and Dragunov.
Ilya Dragunov, because there's nobody else in NXT besides Okada that is going to even challenge Ilya Dragunov. There's nobody, Ron. Look at the roster. There's nobody. Ilya Dragunov is going to be in a spin the wheels motions for the next 3 months until Okada.
Because the next guy up is Trick, and I'm not mad at Trick. I'm not mad at Trick, but you think it's built up right now to face Okada if he goes through that way? I don't see it. I don't see anybody too legitimate. Only like Mello.
I don't see Trick even winning the title. How about that? This is his time, but like this ain't his time to put the world title on Trick Williams.
Oh no, not
he ain't that nice yet.
Because I already know something's going to happen where I saw something online where Trick was going to get treated like when DIY broke up when homie threw him into the
Yeah.
Times
And
Square. I saw that.
the barbershop window type shit. They might even do a callback to that. It's Shawn Michaels. They might actually have
Right.
them both be chilling in the barbershop like old times, and then just like, yo, right through the window, you out of here.
Right.
Like
Because
that would be fly.
I'm seeing that build up to them because Trigger's gonna get real pissed off him, or Melo's just gonna get super jealous because he wants that title back. He don't want Trick in that title picture. So, but at the same time, they need to wrap it up. I'm sorry.
Agreed. They're gonna get this Baron Corbin Braun Breaker tag team over no matter what, and I am not going to be here for it, man. Baron Corbin ain't getting a cheer out of me, King.
Nah, I'm actually liking it. But you already know WWE is always good for putting like total opposites together and making it work. And they're not complete total opposites. They're both assholes, but at the same time, they're kind of making it work with their, with the synergy, man. So I'm not mad at that. I thought it was entertaining to me. That's all I'm gonna say. What else happened? I think that was the main thing. It was Ava being the general manager, and then that's all I can remember though.
That really was all that was memorable about that episode. The ratings reflected it, so we can move on.
Yeah.
On to the next day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Dynamite.
4 out of 5 for me on Dynamite, y'all. 4 out of 5. It felt like old Dynamite. You know what I'm saying? It gave me that vibe. Main event was great. Copeland is coping. You know what I mean?
Yo, I continue to be happily proven wrong.
Bro, I told you, just let it rock, man. Just give it time.
That was a good match. That was a good match,
sure,
man.
but nobody saw anything that he was doing, like predicted anything that he was doing. Everybody was like, "Oh, they're going to run."
I said, "Yo, he's going to have an amazing." I said, "Yo, he's going to have matches with everybody, and they're actually going to be really good because it's not Sheamus, Seth Rollins, fucking Finn Balor."
Hey, if you said that, you were right. I don't remember that. What I remember everybody talking about is, we can finally run back to Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. No, not him. I'm talking about we can run the Hardys and Edge and Christian, and let's bring the Dudleys.
I mean,
back
that was like fantasy shit. But obviously, that wasn't coming in. But we knew we was getting Edge, Samoa Joe, Edge Swerve, the shit he was talking about. We was been saying, yo, I'm hyped to see that shit. That's what I want to see the Cope Open go to next. Right. That's what I want next. I don't want to see the young guys keep getting beat up and the old niggas keep getting beat up. Like, let's get some actual dream matches happening now. Minoru was cool for the crowd that liked that crowd. But I don't want to see 55-year-old men fake bumps and just, you know what I mean?
I don't know if we get that during the Cope Open, though, because I think this whole thing is pretty much running his record up until he can get back to Christian for the pay-per-view. So I'm not sure we get like super dream matches. No, but I'm saying I don't think we get super dream matches because, like, who is he going to beat that would be a dream match that isn't already in something that you want to build them up to? Like, if you see Swerve, for example, you can't beat Swerve right now. You know what I mean? Like, I
give you that.
Yeah, I think maybe if we get maybe it's not Cope Open, but after this pay-per-view, whether if he beats Christian, I think it finally happens here, so he has that TNT championship. So maybe then we get like that Cope Open / TNT Open, and then we get some of those,
I'd rather him go with like I want to see. Damn, you're right. God damn it! Everyone that matters is kind of in the story to an extent.
Yeah. It's kind of tough, like to beat somebody now on the way to the Christian match. But afterwards, yeah, there's a couple of names that would be interesting.
Because we're talking about this now, I feel like the next person to step up to the Cope Open is going to be, goddamn, Brian Cage. Fuck.
Nah, I can see that, but I don't want to see that.
Fuck.
I don't get I'm indifferent on Brian. I don't hate him.
I don't love him either.
He roasted him on that rap to it. Like he nailed it. Like, yo, somebody just stole your gimmick, bro. Like you just another meathead, bro. Like, man, anytime I see Brian Cage, I'm like, this guy's still here, man. Totally stop using the pedigree as a finisher. It's terrible. Clip this and send it to him. That sucks, yo. I hate Tolio's pedigree, yo. It's like he's just lifting him up and just like dropping him like a bag of groceries. But like there's only one item in the bag of groceries. Like it's only one item in the bag of groceries. So it's like, yo, why did you just let it go like with such ease? Like, you know what I mean? Like
just have Hunter send him a cease and desist letter.
Yeah, that is I know it's kind of all over the place, but I'm just shouting out some of the notes that I just took from Dynamite. let's run down. Dynamite
Listen,
while we're at it.
what do you think about well, your comments on Wardlow in his match, man?
Yo, us collectively as a group could beat the United Kingdom. I don't know what their fucking name is anymore, yo.
Yo,
The Undisputed Era.
The country of England. We got them.
The
got
United
Scotland. We got all of them.
listen, that
The United Empire.
Undisputed King. Who we talking about? Undisputed Kingdom?
No,
Undisputed Era and United Empire.
it's-
Greater
it's
sign.
United, yeah, Undisputed,
Undisputed
Kingdom.
Kingdom. Like,
Undisputed Kingdom.
I really wasn't trying to talk about that. I was just, that was like my only
you
gripe.
can't avoid it, bro. You can't avoid it.
I was really just going to that was only like my only thing for like my only gripe for the night was just that Wardlow match is like I can't call it if Wardlow he's just not good or he's faking it because like you just saw the holes like in his game because it's like you like we only seen Wardlow after his break from MGF. You only seen Wardlow in matches that were no longer than 1 minute. So
man,
now,
just picture in picture. I was like, oh, this
so I said, I've never seen a Wardlow match where he was put picture in picture. So I said, all right, they're really trying to extend this. And I thought it was going to be something different. I thought he was going to be...
That was the worst Wardlow match.
Dog, think about it, right? Think about he's of the same caliber as the Ultimate Warrior, right? He's an Ultimate Warrior wrestler. He's a Goldberg wrestler. You know what I mean? Like, and he's completely lost his mystique.
And
He's completely lost it. The thing about Wardlow was like there was too. Yeah, he's completely lost it. The thing about Wardlow, there was a time very early on where he had momentum. That momentum's gone, and there hasn't been anything new added to his game that would ever warrant that momentum and that fire coming back. He's a goon now. That's it. That's all he's ever going to be. He's a goon.
And listen, I tweeted that on Wednesday. I was like, he's like the 98 Goldberg, but in a bad way. Because it's like he's only doing like just certain moves and he's winning. This time he was losing the whole time, and then he hit 2 moves, and then the match is over. I was like, what the fuck?
2 dope variations in his moveset is that deadlift knee. That deadlift knee and him using the last ride power bomb, I think is a really good switch from not using the symphony so the crowd can cheer along.
Right. And I'm not mad at the moves that he made.
That was cool. Like, I get that.
Right. But I'm like, I want to see an actual match. Like, not just you hitting moves. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was waiting for. But you know what?
I think this is as close to an actual match as you're gonna get because it wasn't 1 minute.
Was brutal.
But the thing is, like, this is also what happens when you just continuously beat guys like Trent. Trent doesn't win matches. So it's also partially, we know who's winning this match.
Trent and Pentagon share the same parallels in AEW right now. It's pretty wild.
There's no drama. Like Hangman versus Penta is like, all right, this is a really good match, but I know where
he
this
lost
is going.
last week, so I know.
Yeah, I know where this is going. Plus, we know that Hangman is eyeing Samoa Joe in the World Championship, and Swerve is eyeing Samoa Joe in the World Championship, and Swerve and Hangman are eyeing each other. Penta's not winning this match.
All right, so we're going to have a TV title defense for Dynamite with this Swerve and Hangman picking their opponent shit. So, Ron, you defending that belt on Wednesday on Dynamite. You heard? Calling you out.
You know what I thought is really interesting, man? We have a confirmed date 2 weeks from now. We have the tag titles on the line with Darby and Sting.
Oh, sidebar. I want to get this off, but Trent is absolutely the Al Snow of AEW. There's no way around it. He might even be Steve Blackman. Trent is 100% the Al Snow of AEW, son. The hard worker, the good hand. I was going to tweet this last night without it being a pause-worthy shit, but I was like, Pentagon and Trent are like really good hands. Like, that's all I got off pause.
That shit hurts my heart to put Penta in that.
Yeah, but like, I sat through both. I sat through 2 hours of Dynamite, bro. I took notes, man. Like, they are like, they're good hands. They're like, just like you said last week. Like, they good. Like, Pentagon gonna do what he do. Like, he's good for what he do. That's it.
I have no faith that Penta or Phoenix are doing anything in a singles division at all.
No, not at all. Not at all.
On Wednesday, this is the first time in a few weeks where I saw Pentagon as being like actual legitimate. No, regardless if he was gonna lose.
He's gonna lose.
Right.
He was saying regardless he was gonna win or lose. Like,
Right. If he
I know he
was
was gonna lose, but like he looked good though. He looked good in defeat.
Because I
He
thought,
always looks good in defeat. That's the problem. Pentagon always looks. He always go. Zeno, but he always gonna do the shit that pop you, and then it's like,
Right.
well, there's that pinfall.
right, but I like this better than him being with Commando or whoever the fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
You know
that's
what I'm
another L. You know, that's
Right.
another loss.
yeah, another
At
L.
least it was a
Auto
good
L.
L.
Auto
Right.
L. But
At least
yeah,
he looked legitimate. That's all I can say.
yeah, he was at. So I wanted to get that Al Snow comparison off. But back to where he was at, son.
Yeah, my bad.
Next time you see Trent, you dead gonna see Al Snow and be like, this motherfucker is right, yo.
Yeah, next
Put
time you
that,
see
put a
Tr-
head and just put the head on it, like, yo, Al Snow, like he is OD to Al Snow of AEW, son.
And that hurts my heart, but I mean it is what it is.
They gotta have we gotta write like the tournament for like the Continental Classic for losers, like jobbers. You know what I mean? Like, and do like a who loses the most over the next 6
Yo,
weeks.
son, I know we about to
saying?
cut to it, but dog, the Bucks are killing it right now, and I have to give this
Hilarious.
fucking props, man. I'm here,
Hilarious.
Maddie.
So like speaking of Bucks
Nikki.
tag team, yeah, I think Sting and Darby definitely beat
Yeah, they got
Big Bill.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
right.
Yeah.
So in 2 weeks
Yeah.
we have new champs, and then it's Sting and Darby for the tag belts against the Bucks.
I'm
on the
here
pay-per-view.
for it because the Bucks as heels.
Telling you, obnoxious Bucks are the best Bucks.
It's hilarious.
Yo,
dude.
fair. He said, I think we fixed catering. Everyone was dying. Son. I was like, yo, this is good.
You enjoyed the food back there?
Where are your credentials?
Yo, when they cut, when Sting and Darby was cutting a promo and they cut to them, and
Yeah, with the
had
headphones
headset
on.
it was
Yeah,
like,
with the headsets on. Yeah.
terrible picture. I was like, yo, this is really good actually.
But-
I'm
but-
glad they're doing what they're doing right now.
Yo, this is dope because it's like a nice change. It's a nice change of character, and they're like
Son,
really leaning
they got
into EVPs.
They got the bright Vince McMahon suits on, you know what I'm saying? Like
Matthew
shit,
and
different.
Nicholas.
Matthew and Nicholas.
my God.
Please call me my passport name. Like, yo, I hope every
Yo.
week they just switch it up every
Dog,
time.
my passport name is now in my lexicon, bro. I was talking to somebody. Earlier. It's like we was talking about government names. Like no. Passport names.
Yeah, refer to me as my passport name, bro.
You call me my passport name, bro.
Yeah. Straight up.
Oh man.
That shit.
It was my mom. I told my mom to refer to me as my passport name.
That shit was good. And I really, really hope that we see the Bucks and Sting and Darby have a solid match. I know they will. I kind of feel a little swerve coming. Maybe they'll cost them the tag titles. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I said. There's one of two ways this is gonna go. You can go the really, really risky and interesting thing, which is the Bucks cost Sting to have his first loss in that match that's happening in 2 weeks, and then you got you fucked it up for me at the pay-per-view. Or the conventional way is they beat him and it's for the tag titles at the pay-per-view.
All right. Sidebar. Where does Ricky Starks and Big Bill go from here?
I don't fucking know, man. Like,
Wrong takes
Big Bill.
only.
I like Big Bill more than I like Ricky Starks, bro.
Why?
I was never. You know what?
I'm not a
Honestly,
Ricky Starks guy.
I was never like really into Ricky Starks like that. To be honest.
I think Ricky
he's
Starks,
not
the
bad,
best thing
but-
that Ricky Starks has going for him is like passion. And you know what? I
Charisma?
think
Wrestling
passion,
ability?
charisma, all that shit. Wrestling ability's okay. I don't think it
can
doesn't blow
hold
me
it.
away. He can hold it down. He's good. Not great.
I
to
mean,
me.
LA Knight's
Good.
where he's at, man. Come on. Ricky Starks will be just fine.
And again, he's good. I'm not taking anything away from him. He just is not my favorite wrestler. You know, that's it. I like Big Bill more than I like Ricky Starks because I think Big Bill is like a guy that can do that quintessential big man shit really, really well. And if he's in an interesting feud, he also has a personality that matches up with some hard hitting moves. So Ricky Starks to me is good, but I also think he's been a victim of circumstance as far as like a lot of these programs he's been in. There's always been some backstage bullshit that's gotten in the way. Like he had a program going with Punk, and Punk got fucking fired. You know what I'm saying? He had and had to have that match last minute with Bryan Danielson. You're not going to beat Bryan Danielson coming back off of injury in a chain match. You know what I mean? There's been all kinds of things that's kind of gotten in his way and slowed his momentum up and shit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I'd like to see maybe Ricky Starks. You can go down the list and say I'd like to see insert name here in a feud with insert name here. There are too many people there. It's hard to focus without having people on TV that should also be focused on. That's the biggest problem with AEW roster size is what WWE was before AEW. It's too many fucking people here.
So Starks.
Oh, what happened?
Damn, via satellite.
Oh man.
They won't
Via
make
satellite.
There you go.
Oh shit! Saying they won't make Revolution is what we're saying. Pretty much what I'm getting to is like Ricky Starks and Diesel ain't making Revolution.
Definitely.
Like on
They
the
making a
pay-per-view,
Revolution card.
I don't know what they would do on Revolution. You know what I'm saying? Like unless who have they been involved with lately that they would have a tag match against?
They haven't even been involved
without a title.
I actually watched Collision.
Nobody really.
Right now.
No, honestly.
What's FTR doing at Revolution?
FTR is gonna face House of Black in a dark cell bunkhouse brawl in Greensboro, North Carolina, yo.
Yeah,
they're already having an elimination cage match on Saturday, but I feel like they're gonna turn it up even more and just have a super insane North Carolina showdown. Because to your point, Ayo, that roster's so stacked. I don't know what FTR is gonna do come Revolution because they're about to supposedly have a final feud with House of Black on Saturday, which is what I say is gonna carry over to Revolution 6 weeks from.
That's why it's kind of hard to call. I guess it's a stacked roster, so it's like you can put anybody with anybody for the most part. So
I mean, the good thing is we are going to have rankings by the end of the month.
Yes.
So then we can start to see like, all right, who are they focusing on? What's the win loss and kind of who's next to each other? Who's the number 2 and 3 ranked to figure out who's going to be the number 1 contender for the next pay-per-view cycle. Right. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Or on a big Dynamite. Yeah. So I can see like, all right, former champs should be in that picture. But you can also do something where we never said we were a tag team. We just were nice together. So I can see them going their separate ways very easily also. So I don't know. Like I think it's tough. It's not hard to believe that they get lost in the shuffle. But if they lose that and they're still ranked, maybe we have something going forward. Right. You know, I don't know.
And they're already pushing that because on commentary they're already saying like, oh, this guy is 3-0 already for the year and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, it's going to look nice at the end of the month, you know, with the rankings and whatnot.
You know what I want to see come out of these rankings? If you want to put some extra effort, you have all of these singles titles. You have a continental title. You have an international title. You have a TNT title. And you have a world title. They should all be different divisions.
Right, and a ranking for each division, right?
Right.
I said this last night, and I'm going to run it back. Eddie Kingston in this Continental Classic Triple Crown Championship will be the top tier second title in AEW by default by the summertime.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Wouldn't be mad at that.
Because if Christian holds the TNT title, he will continue to not be present and continue to just be like, yeah, man, y'all in the Cope Open and whoever wants to face me, yeah, good luck. Get through Kill Switch. And,
yo, pardon me. You saw that they ran like an old clip? That backstage where he was staring was an
old clip? I thought it was fresh.
That was from another episode of Dynamite.
For real? I thought it was fresh.
They did a side-by-side where this was from like October of whatever the fuck, and this was from last night. It's the same picture.
I was like, this guy is good.
It's the same picture, though.
Wow.
So yeah. I mean, between that, the TNT title is pretty much going to get held up until Copeland gets his hands on it again. And then, once Roddy wins the belt from Pockets at Revolution, that belt is going nowhere for the next, 8 months, yo. Like, I'm so sure the Undisputed Kingdom is going to just have that. Like, those belts they got are just going to be in a choke.
They're sitting on them. Yeah, they're sitting on them.
Yeah.
And it's also based around, who's booked in that division. Like, you have Bryan Danielson, world caliber talent, looking at Eddie Kingston right now. So that's automatically elevating this to be something that's of more importance than, a mid-card. So, yeah, you're spot on. This is going to be I think Bryan beats him, by the way. I think him disrespecting Eddie Kingston and saying, yo, dog, I don't respect you. Like, you beating me was lucky and it's the best you're ever going to do. You know what I mean? Let's put that title on somebody. I think that's Bryan's way of not winning a world championship but still doing something that Tony Khan can actually book, can book him as a champion. And he's going to go off and wrestle and have his little fun, pure rules matches and wrestle in this country and that country and do shit like that. But I think giving him that Continental crown gives Bryan the ability to just have matches but still not have to be the world champion and be the guy that everything is focused around. And then you can have Eddie Kingston be, in his best role is chasing the champ.
I just feel like if Kingston, I want Danielson to win just because I want him to have a title for a change. Like I
Yeah,
want
I
him
think
to
he
win,
does.
but I feel like Kingston got to really have a definitive role. Like this is something that I feel like TK is taking a play out of from the WWE book and just give your champion some extensive reigns this year so that they matter. We don't got to play hot potato. There's enough titles going around where we don't got to play hot potato with shit that matters with the belts in the division. So
I think they've been doing a pretty solid job. Like Orange has had this for a minute. Plus that belt's revolved around him even before this reign because he had it.
This is the most shrug your shoulders reign this is the most shrug your shoulders I've ever felt about Orange Cassidy. Period.
Because they killed the momentum, and
Yeah,
I also that's not really. It's tough to say that they killed it. I think it's
also what he
circumstance.
wants. It's his gimmick. He wants you to not.
No, but I mean, like there was a clear difference during the first reign that he was like everybody's like, oh, he's wrestler of the year. They were putting him up there with Gunther, and then a lot of injuries happened. Right, Ray Phoenix and Mox both got injured during that whole little circle that the three of them were having. So it's kind of tough because you can't put that back in the bottle. You can't recreate that, especially when we're not really. It's not hot anymore. Bottom line,
right?
You know what I mean? So. Yeah, it's also time for him. But again, like he's another guy. He start losing people in the shuffle. He loses that championship, and then what happens? He's just doing like weird ass 6-man with the rest of the best friends, and fuck cares. Like I'm good not seeing the best friends on TV.
I don't know. I can't. It's like if they're there, they're there. If they're not, they're not.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then if you're indifferent, then I'd rather not see you. You know what I mean? If I'm indifferent to you, I want to either not want to see you, like hate you because I'm rooting against you, like I'm booing you, or I want to see. Oh, I can't wait to see him. If you're indifferent and shrugging your shoulders, then you don't need to be on TV.
Right? They're not. Yeah, they're not there. Like they're not there for me. It's like if you not there, then you're not. Even if you're playing heel, it's like all right, I'm not waiting. I'm not anticipating to see you. I'm not anticipating to see you like next week. Yeah, it's like it's whatever.
Oh, well. Clip him. So that's AEW.
That was AEW.
That was AEW. Not a bad show. Not a bad show this week.
Oh, pardon me. I'd be remiss if I don't mention Tony Storm. That side by side, half gray.
Oh, that was
half color.
That was dope.
That was fire.
That was the best segment to me. That was my favorite segment of the night, and not
the
just
tattoos,
because of
the matching tattoos. What's the story?
Yo, Bully Ray is a Bully Ray, and anybody that loves him is an idiot. Bully Ray is the king of people that just have to say shit because they have podcasts.
Right. I get what he was saying, but there was already but there was already a story being told. You know,
that's why I don't get what he was saying. It's either you didn't watch or you're saying this shit on purpose to rile people up so they can tune in and bust it open. And there are so many people that have stupid ass agendas like that also have microphones in the internet.
And he says that he says that every time I hear him on Busted Open Radio. It's like he says the same thing. He wants to see a story. I'm not saying he gets
What's the story has become the corniest question that niggas that don't watch just ask because they want to argue because they got to pick a side. This shit is not complicated. And they told that story, quote unquote, before the fucking tattoos went out. How difficult is it to understand? I'm here now. We used to be cool. You used to live with me. We trained together. We were so close that we have the same tattoo. But I don't know who you are anymore, and I want your title. You don't deserve it. I do. Shit like that. Paraphrase. How difficult is it to understand? So it's a disingenuous question from a guy that just wants people to talk about his shit so they can tune into the show. And there's such a high percentage of people that have either podcasts or some kind of website that say that stupid shit, or they're just stupid. It's either or. It's either or. There are a large percentage of wrestling fans that just say stupid shit because they're dumb, and another percentage of wrestling fans that just say stupid shit because they want to have somebody pick a side to tune into their show. You know how big our ratings would be, right, and viewership and all that if I played that headline game? I'm a writer for a living. I can do it in a heartbeat. I'm not jumping out the window. These niggas are dumb. You got mad people that just jump on the bandwagon and say stupid shit. Bully Ray. Wrestling genius Bully Ray says there is no story after not watching the show. The fuck out of here.
All right.
Hey, man.
I get so annoyed at this point. What's the story? What's the story? You're an idiot.
It is a running joke, though. What's the story?
They're idiots. They're idiots. You know what the story is? Watch the fucking show. Whatever just happened is the story. Dumbass niggas, B. Like, it makes this shit not fun sometimes. Like, I just be watching wrestling by myself because niggas are dumb.
I get it. Yeah, absolutely.
I be having to get my tweets off sometimes just so I can say it, but that's why I just writing down all the notes as I'm watching it, because it's like, damn, like, I can't be the only one that thinks this shit. Like, I know I ain't the only one that thinks this shit, man. Like, this shit is wicked how some of this shit be going down, dog. So I get you, bro. I get you.
Listen, I just look at wrestling and tweet. That's it.
Bully Ray's an idiot.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's get to the rumble. Let's get to the rumble.
Shit, man.
I completely forgot we were supposed to be talking about the rumble. Let's talk about the rumble.
All right, let's bring this up since this is mad predictable. So what we're doing is a little bit different this time. Fuck who's going to win, who's going to lose. Roman's winning. You know what I mean? Let's not get crazy and expect that Roman is not going to retain this title. Do we all think that Cody is winning the Rumble, by the way?
I think so. They've been hammering back this back-to-back thing for like the last like month and a half. So like,
right. I think he's gonna win the. I think he's gonna win the Rumble. He ain't finishing the story. I'll leave it at that.
He's got to win at least back-to-back though.
Who do we think is winning the Women's Rumble?
Bailey.
I put Bailey.
Just because we both bet it, I think it's gonna be Becky. I should probably change my shit.
But don't even worry about that. The who's going to win, who's going to lose. We doing prop bets only.
Right.
We got prop bets.
Yeah.
Prop bets only. So basically what we're doing here, there are 4 matches that are announced. Obviously the 2 Rumbles, the men's and the women's. We got the U.S. Championship match, which is Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul. And then we have the 4-way for the Universal Championship, which is Roman Reigns defending that title against 3 other human beings by the name of Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight. So what we're doing here is not just picking, I think this person is winning, I think this person is losing. What's happening in the match? And this is just straight up prop bets, right? So let's go. Let's start with the 2 actual matches, and then let's get into the Royal Rumble match. We're going to start right here with the 4-way for the Universal Championship. We have 2 questions. There's 2 prop bets per match for a total of 8. And we could just book these at 1 point apiece. Whatever, we could figure the points out at some point.
We could.
Question number 1 is who actually takes the loss? So we all believe that Roman Reigns is walking out, but we have AJ Styles, we have LA Knight, and we have Randy Orton. Who gets pinned and or submitted to end this match so Roman Reigns can continue moving on? I'm going with AJ Styles because I think Randy Orton just came back. I don't really see him losing. And LA Knight is interesting to me because I think he's obviously not in the world title picture of any sort right now, but I still think they might want to keep up some momentum for him, even more so than AJ Styles, leading into Mania, or at least Elimination Chamber, whichever brand that happens to be on, shit like that. But I think LA Knight going in with some momentum still, not winning, but still not being the one to take the pin going into Mania is probably the move. Versus AJ Styles is like AJ Styles. He's always going to get that reaction. He's always that guy. He's way more proven than LA Knight is. So I'm going AJ Styles to be the one to take the pin.
Oh, you go first, Chad.
AJ takes the pin. LA already took a pin. Randy can't take a pin. You know what that means. AJ Styles, it's your time, buddy. And I don't think we've gotten AJ Roman one-on-one fresh in a couple years, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah,
can run this back. You know what I'm saying? Months from now.
I hope Roman Reigns spears the tights back onto him.
Pants is mad baggy. Insanely baggy pants.
Boot cut Levi's in the ring is insane.
Way too baggy on that John, man.
It's got the boot cut black.
Fuck wrong with that ball, man. Fuck wrong with ball.
I got AJ Styles taking the pin because you made a good point. It was, if LA Knight takes the pin, he may lose the momentum. AJ Styles doesn't lose anything by taking the pin. You know what I'm saying? So I got AJ Styles.
Boom. The other prop bet for this match, over or under, is Roman Reigns, and I'm gonna have the I'm gonna have the clock out from the first note.
Are you catching it live?
No,
You thought you was watching? You was watching Collision, son. You got to watch Brian versus.
nah, I'm not. I'm not watching the Rumble live.
I'll probably
Don't get the
just-
clock. How you gonna clock it then?
I'll probably.
I'll clock it. Don't worry, I got you.
I mean, I'll watch it. I'm just not watching live. I'm watching Collision. I might not even be home, to be honest. Or I might double screen it. Who knows? We'll see how the night goes.
Yeah, that double
see how
screen
the
shit
night
is
goes.
over for me,
Man,
bro.
say you want double headed. Pause.
I might double screen it. But
yeah, that double screen shit is over for me, bro. My attention span, I can't.
cause like I don't know this. I swear I be coming off like a hater sometimes. This WWE. If we didn't have this podcast, I'm not sure how much of this shit I'd be watching. To be completely honest with you, I just don't care about any of this shit.
This is the best shit it's been in a while, man. Like, come on.
I'm
this
sure.
Ain't this ain't 2019, bro. If this
I'm
is
sure.
2019, we'd be on
every
episode.
I like the pay-per-views for starters. The PLEs are fire for the most part.
Yes.
Give it up for that. Week to week though, like I'm good with the video package. This just happened, 15 seconds, and then we just get to the match. Like, but anyway, I don't want to come off like a hater. Like, oh, I'm not picking sides. I just don't care about any of this.
Content grandpa.
Dog, this shit ain't for me, bro. I'm more interested in what's happening in the TNA right now and New Japan and some AEW. Anyway, so from the first note of Roman Reigns' music to when they cut it off, is that 5 minutes over or under?
They can keep it on while he's in the ring. That's what you want to do.
To when they to when they cut his music.
I thought
and
it was going to be till he got to the ring.
Nah,
because his entrance is still going while he's posing.
Yo, come on, man. Shit don't be my nigga.
Is that over or under 5 minutes?
All right.
I got over 5 minutes.
I got over 5 minutes. Just because it's a long ass rampway, it's gonna be a lot. And his usual entrances clock in between 5 to 7 minutes anyway. So.
Yeah.
You know what's a better question? Let's just have some fucking fun with this. Let's do this Price Right style and give me minute and seconds. The closest to the length of his
Yo,
entrance.
this guy's wildin',
I
bro.
knew you were gonna do that.
This guy is
closest-
out of his fucking
The
mind.
closest to the length of his entrance without going over is the prop bet.
Over the 5 minutes.
Or whatever it is. So say his entrance is literally 6 minutes and 7 seconds. If you say 6:10, you lose. But if you say 5:59 and nobody else is
All
close,
right, whoever's closer to the actual. to the
Price is
actual-
Right style.
All right.
Price is Right.
All right.
I'm saying that Roman Reigns' entrance is going to be 5 minutes and 49 seconds from start to song to when they cut that song off. 5 minutes and 49 seconds.
All right. I'm going 5 minutes and 47 seconds.
6 minutes, 12 seconds. 6
Right.
minutes, 12
I gotta
seconds.
write this down.
I said 6 minutes, 12 seconds. I'm writing my shit down so I can send it in the chat too. But I said 6 minutes, 12 seconds.
All right, so bet. So take all the times down real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or whoever's in the.
I'm in.
You're in the dock.
Yeah, I'm in the dock.
Yeah, I'm not.
I bet.
I'm just
I
about
bet.
to
I'm saying 5:49.
6:12. So if it leans towards
5:40.
so whatever it clocks out as, if it clocks out at 6 minutes, that lead towards me or you.
6 minutes, you got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Because I said over 6. Hey, over 6 minutes.
No, does he? Because one.
Yeah,
of
it's
that
over
thing-
6 minutes at
over
that
6
point. I say 6:12. That's 6 minutes at that point.
Oh, you said 6. Okay.
Wait, what did you say?
6:12.
6:12.
6 minutes, 12 seconds is how long it's going to take. Because these average entries is 5 to 7 minutes. They're coming from they're in Tampa at the large dugout, so they're literally going to be taking a minute to get to the ring. Yeah, man, 6 minutes, 12 seconds.
6 minutes,
Cool.
12 seconds. All right. And
You got to pose, right? Everything you said.
Right. You said 5:49. I said
Yeah, I got
5:47.
5:49. All right, we got the United States Championship match, and we'll get all the books, picks, and all that piece of God. United States Championship match. Logan Paul defending against Kevin Owens. Prop question number 1: do we see a pop-up powerbomb? And let me clarify: a successful pop-up powerbomb, not a pop-up powerbomb attempt that doesn't happen. Do we see a pop-up powerbomb from Kevin Owens to Logan Paul? I'm gonna say no.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Question number 2. How many moves does Logan Paul successfully hit off of the top rope? I'm actually going to change mine to 3.
I'm gonna go with 2. I think he's gonna do his spot from the top rope to the announce table, and then he's gonna do one more in the ring.
I definitely think there's gonna be one.
1?
One. Okay.
Yep.
It's gonna be very interesting.
Cool. And then finally, we have 2 Royal Rumble matches. Let's start ladies first. Women's Royal Rumble. Both questions are the same for both of these matches. Prop question number 1. Pick any number between 2 and 20. Name that wrestler that enters at that number. Women's Rumble, I'm saying number 17, Nia Jax.
This is the one I was still trying to think of.
I said number 5, Otis.
No, that's for the women's.
For the women's.
Women's Rumble.
5 is to me. 5 is Tamina.
5 is Tamina.
5 is Tamina.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'll go number 16. Fuck it. I'll go number 16. Nikki Cross. Fuck it.
Nikki Cross. Question number 2. Who are the final 4? You get 1 point per correct answer. Who's the final 4? I'm going Bayley, Bianca, Becky, and Asuka.
I got Bayley, Bianca, Becky, and Nia Jax.
I'm going to go with Becky, Shayna Baszler, Bayley, and Dakota Kai. Dakota probably might be cleared as the entrance. That's why I say Dakota Kai.
You said Becky, Bayley, Dakota, and who?
Becky, Bayley, Dakota, and Shayna. Shayna Baszler. Because you got to have somebody in there. I would say Nia, but I feel they're going to get Nia the fuck out of here.
I was thinking that too, but
I picked Nia as a late entry, but I'm not sure if she has like that dominant performance this year where she eliminates mad people. You know what I mean? I think they kind of get her out of here at least before the final 4. You know, that's like the midpoint damn near for the Rumble. So yeah, I think she's out of there before the final 4. But yeah, cool. Men's Rumble, same 2 questions. Pick any number between 2 and 20. Name the wrestler that enters at that number. I'm going number 7, Kofi Kingston. That gives him more than enough time to attempt that spot where he gets eliminated but not really pop back in and get eliminated for real. Kofi Kingston, number 7.
And I put down number 10, Carlito.
Going number 5, Otis. And number 24, Andrade. I'm keeping the same number for the most part.
You said number 5. Pick any one wrestler, not
Otis. Oh, I can't do 2?
Yeah, just one wrestler. So you going for number 5, Otis?
Oh. Nah, fuck that. 24, Andrade.
24, Andrade. That's a solid pick.
Okay.
Damn, I was trying to get my fuck. I was going to put Naomi for the women's. That's 24, too. I thought he was going to do 2 numbers, but yeah. Fuck it. Andrade, 24.
And then who are the final 4 for the men's Rumble? I got Punk, Cody, Walter, and Drew Mack.
I actually have the same thing.
Punk, Cody, cool.
Walter and Drew McIntyre.
We all got the same ones.
Yeah.
Oh, same shit? Okay.
We all got the same final 4.
Okay. Cool. Shouts to all of us for putting Walter down instead of Gunther, but you know the vibes. You know the vibes. Royal Rumble this weekend.
I didn't even think about that. I just listen.
We got some more. I guess they probably have maybe one more match that they announce on SmackDown. They usually don't do too many for the Rumble because those Rumble matches are going to be wild long.
I could have swore we was going to get New Day versus Imperium on some like tag team shit, but like clearly that ain't going to happen.
We could, we still got SmackDown.
Nah, we got Kofi versus Gunther for the Intercontinental title on Raw, so I think that's just what it's going to end up turning into. As far as anything else getting added, what else is going on feud-wise that like would make any one of us care about a match being added to this already stacked pay-per-view? Santos Escobar and interchangeable guy, Dragon Lee again. How many times they gonna keep facing each other on pay-per-view? You know what I'm saying?
What are they? The match with Dragon Lee and Scripps was pretty alright on NXT. I saw that.
Dragon Lee is gonna get knocked into another world by Obafemi at Vengeance Day. Man,
I just like Obafemi on his
Obafemi that guy. He that dude, man.
I like what they're doing with him so far.
What is Dragon Lee doing on SmackDown right now?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
What is he good for?
That's what I said. It was kind of
great job.
Yeah, it was kind of
bring these guys in.
I was like,
going.
I like Obafemi.
He should have stayed in NXT. That's just me. He should have just been flourishing. Like shit, him and Ilya could be NXT World Title feud because, as I've said before, there ain't really much for Ilya Dragunov to be doing outside of his current feud with Trick and Mello. So if I got to see Ilya Braun Breaker again, Ilya Baron Corbin again, it's like, yo, dog, you might as well elevate a Dragon Lee instead of having him play pity patter on SmackDown, losing to Santos, come to Tuesday to lose to Obafemi. It's just like, you're right, yo. It's like, what the fuck did you bring Dragon Lee in here for to do? What is he doing now?
Right. So I hope they
good going.
So I hope that after they end this Trick and Mellow shit, they'll bring Dragon Lee back down.
Yeah, we'll pack this shit up, man.
Yeah. And have him feud with Ilya. That'll be fire. I'm gonna be mad at that.
I'm with it.
Shouts to my man Pete Dunne, Butcher's dad. You heard?
That's crazy.
Oh,
they really killed.
Luke.
They really killed that shit, bro. Like it was long overdue, but I feel like the crowd kind of don't care. So like that's the problem. It's like this guy's a loser. Why do we care?
Dog,
like, that's always the vibes I got.
Those crowds are pin drop quiet outside of like 3 people entrances.
Yo,
like they just be chilling, sitting on their hands. I'm like, what am I looking at right now, man?
It sucks because it's like, yo, dude, actually, like, we'll talk about this next week. We'll probably have a tag team topic. Let's make next week a tag team episode. How does that sound? Let's do a tag team episode. Let's just all tag team shit. No matter what's going on, let's just do a tag team episode. All grade tag team finishes, tag team currents, whatever. We'll think about it in the notes. But let's do a tag team episode next week because we got a long ass road to Elimination Chamber and Mania. We got some episodes to fill. You know what I'm saying? But they split those tag titles up finally, and like the divisions will blossom a lot more, man. Like
they said they're doing that?
No, but if they did, like
sure.
trust, it would make the Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate connection much more exciting because it's like
like there's something
them versus
for
the
them to
two
do.
profits for the tag titles. Like that's gonna be that at WrestleMania Backlash, that shit going But like, tag titles is held hostage right now by the Judgment Day and R-Truth. And I'm gonna end on this note. R-Truth should beat Damian Priest for the Money in the Bank briefcase and then cash in on Rhea. And I'm leaving on that note.
I like it.
That's way more than what's going on with the briefcase right now.
Dope.
Am I wrong?
Yo. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hold up. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not this Monday. Last Monday, Drew McIntyre stops Damian Priest from cashing in the title during the Seth versus Jinder Mahal match, correct?
That is correct. Yep.
This is after Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest were already confirmed and booked for a match.
Yep.
On the following Raw.
I believe so, yes.
Yep.
So Drew McIntyre desperately wants this title, but he takes himself out of a guaranteed title shot by stopping the guy from cashing in.
Sounds about right.
Great. Yep. Free my nigga Nakamura. Free my nigga Okada. It's been real. We out of here.
I got an outro survey. Hold up.
Okay.
Word.
Word.
I got an outro survey, yo. In light of what's going on right now in the rumor mill and everything that's going on, you know what I'm saying, with Onyx, I got to know, hey, yo, did Onyx inspire the Baldy? They inspired MJ. MJ cut his hair bald because of Onyx. So I got to know. Hey, yo, did you cut your hair bald because of Onyx?
I think that's absolutely false, but okay.
No. I know that's absolutely false.
Ron, are you bald because of Onyx? I need to know these things.
Fuck no.
So Onyx did not inspire my
I'm-
niggas to get bald.
No, I'm bold because of genetics.
So Onyx did not inspire my niggas to get bald. All right.
Every once in a while, when I just need a really good laugh, I find that clip. Because my man Fredro was like, yo, do the science. Do the math. He said it's so he put his whole religion into that statement, bro.
Do the science, go.
Do the knowledge, nigga. MJ cut his hair because of Onyx. I'm like, nah, this man is bugging. Yo, this episode has been sponsored by Fredro Star, bro.
Holy shit. Slam.
Let the
Let
boys
the
be
boys
boys.
be boys.
Pause. We out.